Good evening and good afternoon. I hope you are all well. I'm just coming to you down in Oakleigh, Australia. We're going to go on a little bit of a walk. I'm going to show you some street art and some other bits and pieces. So I hope you are all well. It is a public holiday today here in Melbourne for the Australian Rules football grand final tomorrow, and they had a parade in the city today. It's relatively quiet, so hopefully we'll be okay. I am going to take you into the city tomorrow and show you some of the sights there. It's usually relatively quiet during the grand final, so I thought it's a good idea to go and do some of the street art and other bits and pieces I wanted to show you. Hello Michael, really good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hello Pug, really good to see you. So we are going to head down to the train station here as well, so at least make sure I get some trains in for you. So let me just really quickly, I was going to try to quickly moderate you, but I can't do that while I'm streaming. So anyone that comes in that's not a mod, I'll mod you up when I finish the stream. So we're doing a test today from my brand new GoPro. Thanks to my very fun and educational experience with Paul, Train Simulator Driver, last week, I went out and bought a GoPro 13 creator kit, but idiot May left one of the parts at home today, so we are doing a handheld version today. Hello Amy, really good to see you. I hope you are well. So we have our first street art wall over here, which I'll take us up close to. So this will be the Australian animals. There'll be a cockatoo, and from the look of it, a crow. So let me just check my angle. There we go. And I'm also going to take us for a walk down this beautiful street here, because it is one of the streets in Melbourne that has all the trees meeting in the middle, which is one of my favourite things. So I'm going to take us at least a block down that way. So this is the main street, I guess, in Oakleigh, just ahead there, but I will take us down there shortly as well. I have been well, thank you. It's the beginning of spring here, which is very nice. I do like the spring in Melbourne better than any other season. And we've got a couple of really sunny days ahead of us, so which definitely helps. So our traffic light here make noises. I'm going to let you see this, because this is what Billie Eilish sampled in Bad Guy, I discovered recently. There you go. So a lot of us are all around different parts of the world. For a lot of you that have maybe met me elsewhere, but not necessarily been in one of my streams, I'm in Melbourne, Australia. So I know Amy and Pug are both in America. I'm not sure where you are, Michael, whether you're, I thought you were American, but I could be wrong there. I never quite know where everyone's from. So let's take a really good look at this beautiful street art here. So I can see from this that it's done by Tommy Day III in 2024. So this was quite a recent piece that's gone in. I do very much like the stylized line work that they've used in this. I think it's really nice. So let me just give us a look at this, and I'll check the chat while we do so. Oh, you're in Canada, even better. Nice. It's a beautiful area there. Being Australian, we have quite a close relationship with Canada, the UK, New Zealand, lots of other countries as well. So, and there's a lot of similarities between, I'm in the state of Victoria and where you are in Canada. Woot woot, more cowbell indeed. So there we go, South Australia in the house. Odyssey's in Adelaide, or Radelaide as we like to call it here. I'll give us a little bit more of a close-up on this. I hope you are well. We've got a public holiday here today, Odyssey, for the football final tomorrow. So it's seizing the moment. Hello, Government Watchdog News, really good to see you. I should have actually brought my cowbell with me. I've actually, with this new setup I've got, I'll be able to whip out an instrument while I'm doing it as well. And I think the cowbell has to go in the backpack. It can become part of the overall streaming test. Isn't it great? I know, and we have so much beautiful public art here, and that's one of the things I'm really particular about. So Melbourne City in itself has some of the best in the world, and I'm going to take you on a walk there tomorrow. We also have an AC/DC lane. AC/DC are an Australian band, and we have a whole laneway dedicated to them that's got some really nice 3D artworks and stuff like that coming out of the wall. So what I'm going to do, because we've got a lot more artwork, is I'm going to take us down this street just because I think it's a perfect example of why I love Australia. Now, you know, first of all, these really cool lines. So you get this really interesting, this is how a lot of our modern architecture's gone. It's really nice and pretty. But when you drive down this street, and I'll at least see if I can give you an idea of this, it's just dappled sunshine down the whole strip. It's really nice. So there's quite a few places in Melbourne that have this effect, and I just find it really calming. It always makes me think like I'm in England. So there we go. Where you see the little road going upwards ahead is the train line. So I am going to take you down to the train station. There's a bus terminus there as well, and it'll give you a chance to see some of that via a few cool things on the way. So there is quite a bit of artwork in this area. I'm right, bitch. Nice. I think we could all do it with a sign that says that occasionally. Hello, Paul. Really good to see you. I hope your stream is okay. Paul has had the unfortunate disaster that every live streamer has occasionally. When you go live and there's no internet, and then you start juggling because you've scheduled a stream and you know people are waiting for you. So he's been trying to juggle as much as he can. Hello, Leo. Really good to see you. Or Joey, should I say. I hope you are really well. A lot of you, if you haven't got the link, and if someone could pop it in the chat, you need Leo Metal Guy. Has an amazing voice. Those beautiful, beautiful baritones. Awesome person. Thoroughly recommend. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Paul. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So if a lot of you haven't also met Train Simulator Guy that's in the chat, we have to thank him for this stream today, because we went and tested if we could do a live stream on a GoPro on last weekend, which was a lot of fun and very successful. So I have since gone and bought one, and this is the first stream I've done from it. Even though I left my mount at home, and I'm not using my Volta grip, which is genius. And with the Volta grip I can probably stream for about 4 or 5 hours, so appreciate it. Are you still live? So I know Paul is also in Melbourne with me, obviously, and when I left home you were having major tech issues. So Paul knows this area I'm in really well too. Thank you, likewise, and I really appreciate it. And I've been thinking about some other little collabs and stuff we can possibly do if you're interested as well. Even if we do some train streams, which I very much enjoy. And this GoPro I think is going to be, and you've got one as well, the best thing you can do for live streaming. Now I apologize, I've just realized I had the chat on top and not all. So congratulations everyone that got a membership then, and thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Hello Roadhog, really good to see you. So that's another great channel if a lot of you like as I do, and I know most of you do, we really love our nature. So when I need a farm fix, I go to Road Hog Kennel, and him and Hag will definitely look after you. They have beautiful goats, they have turkeys, chickens, lots of really interesting stuff. Yeah, I am definitely still interested in that, and I do apologize. I went on, what's the best way to put it? I haven't streamed for 1.5 years, and I've only just got back on YouTube, and I'm very interested in doing that. I've also learnt how to play that on the baritone ukulele, which doesn't necessarily help us. Jenny love! And I have just seen some blossoms here, which we need to enjoy on the way past. So I am definitely interested in that, Leo. And I'm sorry, Joey. I keep calling you Leo because of your channel name. And I am very, very, very keen. It's one of my favourite songs. So, and if anyone doesn't know the song, it goes like this. I am a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble on my days. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised, the place where he was born and raised. There's a nice bird up there. So there we go, there's a little bit of singing for you. Exactly, Australia meets the south, and there's some really nice blossom here. So we're going to keep heading down this way. Jenny is another lovely person that you will have quite often seen here before. So Jenny has a song I always sing for her, which I've also learnt how to play on the ukulele. So one of the things I've done since I've stopped streaming is I've actually upgraded all of my instruments. So I now have a proper baritone ukulele and a really nice wood called Ziracote, which gives it a really nice louder, more mellow. It's also semi-acoustic. I've also got a concert and a treble ukulele. I've got a mandolin. I've bought a smaller size bass guitar, so a Fender Squire. Is it Fender? Oh my god, yes, Fender Squire, but one of the 3/4 size ones, which I find a lot easier because I used to play the bass guitar and the cello and stuff in the past. And I've bought quite a few more little handheld percussive instruments and stuff like that. And even though I haven't been streaming, I've been practicing a lot. So I have a lot more I can bring to the party, and I have seriously missed all of my singing music. It's oxygen to people, and I think when you stop doing something you're passionate about because life gets in the way, it's very difficult. You don't realise how much it kind of keeps you going until it's not there. Here we go, we've got a dog. So up ahead of me, and where I'm taking us to, is there's a really nice park here. There's an RSL, which stands for the Retired Serviceman's League, which is similar to your veterans in America. And we have them all over Australia. So we have these RSL clubs where you can come and buy a decent meal, and all the money goes back into looking after people that have been in the wars. There's a really nice sports oval, a library, a few churches. And then we're going to walk down through the nice bit of Oakleigh. I'll show you some more street art. If anyone does see anything they want to see, let me know. There is a 20-second delay between me filming and what you are getting, so I might be slightly delayed in some of the comments. So this is another one of the things I love, is the fact that we've got palm trees next to blossoms. So we have a very similar climate here to California, and you'll have a lot of the Californian palms here, and you'll have a lot of our eucalyptus trees in return. But it's a really nice really nice. Oh, sorry, I just dropped out of my chat for whatever reason, so let me just make sure I've got you back. There we go. There we go. So this is the library here. I'll take us through just to show you the little sports oval and area here, which I would have shown you one of them in Melbourne recently, because we have them everywhere, and that's one of the reasons we're such an outdoors loving country as well. So given the choice, we'll go and sit on a park bench, you know, and watch nature to eat our food. So there's a little RSL club just ahead I was telling you about, and we will get a bit closer to that. I'll just show you quickly here. And we've got the library here, there's a Masonic Hall, there's a Greek Orthodox church here, so this is a largely Greek area in this particular suburb, which is probably about 10-15 kilometres from the centre of Melbourne. So it's a more inner suburb. Okay, so let me at least show you this. Every Aussie loves the local park. So they'll always be full of really nice native plants. So there's just the Oakleigh RSL I was telling you about just there. So this will all be natives. There's a beautiful crow in here. Let's go say hello to the crow. G'day, mate. Hello. There we go. You may pass. It's a really nice area. Yeah, there you go. Like you're, because Paul's married to a Greek lady, so he knows exactly what I mean, and he knows this area like I do too. I'm sure he's been here 1,000,001 times. So here's the sports oval I was telling you about. When it doesn't have actual sport matches going on, and they'll have cricket teams and football teams, people use it to run their dogs, run around, walk around. I love doing walks on ovals because it's paradise just while we're walking past. And as you can see ahead, there's always like little stadiums and toilets and stuff like that for people to use. Most of our yeah, there you go. I'm so sorry I'm streaming at the same time you are too. So you'll have nets at the back and stuff like that. These will be changed seasonally, so they'll be used more for cricket during the summer and football in the winter. And I really like it, and as a lot of you are saying, they're really nicely manicured areas. Hello Laren love, really good to see you. I hope you are well. So there's also a little cemetery attached to the side of the park here, and then there's another one of our little standard parks that you'll always find next to this, which will always have things like barbecues for people to use, public toilets, picnic tables, children's play equipment. So there's always be a playground. Quite often they'll have a couple of little rotundas. I'll just show you this little building here because it's a really good example of the sort of architecture, the Victorian style that they've kind of put in a lot of these places. It look really nice. So I think I could happily live in this little building. I don't know about the rest of you. I have to tell you about the beauty of the Volta grips as well, Paul. I've got it in my bag, so I'll try to I might just stop at the bench here for a second, juggle my hands around. But how cool is that little building? Like, I could so live in that. Oh my god, there's a very cute French bulldog right there. Oh, I like the doggies. And as you can probably see, this is for you, Jenny, there's bees everywhere. I was filming all of the bees on the lavender bushes at home. So being in the real start of spring, we've got these bees everywhere, and it smells really nice, by the way. It's a very nice smelling bush. So they'll also have in a lot of these parks, like we've got here, they'll have batting cages and stuff like that. Oh, there's a nice bird. So people can practice cricket, baseball, whatever it is they're doing. So the main road ahead there is Warrawee Road. There's a bus going past, but you probably won't be able to see that so well. So let's keep going this way. So we're going to respectfully take a walk through the cemetery, which means we're not just going to walk through the middle. We're going to find the path and stick to that, because I'm a bit, you know, it's better to be respectful in these situations, I think, than just, you know, trampling over someone's grave. Yeah. We've also got the Philippines in the house, so we've got people from all over the place at the moment. Some more of the palm trees. So we're at the back of the little RSL building I was showing you before. It's a Moreton Bay fig from the look of it. And then here you've got all this really cool play equipment. So most of our play equipment, it's everywhere, and it's always really nicely done. I'm a big fan of it, but it is full of kids enjoying it at the moment, so I am not going to show you. So this is the other thing I was mentioning we have in all of our parks here, is that you'll always have picnic tables. There's barbecues there for people to use. There's a little trampoline. Don't know how much this will jump with the GoPro, but I'm on a trampoline. Oh my god, I have to come back here. That's really cool. Okay, we'll do that more often. So there we go. We've got the public library across the road. A little bit of the play equipment. It's always really nicely designed, and in a lot of our parks here now, they've got play equipment and stuff. Here's one of the Australian minor birds coming in for some food. There we go, someone's melted stuff on the free barbecue. Good on ya. Hello, Miner. There we go. So, I'm just going to pop this down for 2 seconds. Get my hands better. Ugh. So there we go. So on that note, I hope you have all been well. I hope that it has been sunny and eventful, but not stressful wherever you are. Okay, so we've done our hand reshuffle juggle. So there's some more really nice natives up here, which I'll show you. And one of the little rotundas, there we go, some more birds. So we'll have these little rotundas. So there's one just here, and then there's one further across down here that's got a, you know, a lot bigger. So the rotundas are really good when the rain hits and you can get out of the rain for a minute. So here's a few more of the Australian natives. Some of the birds of paradise. Okay, and the main area of Oakleigh, we were in Melbourne last week, is just over here. So I think it'd be the least I could do when we have some train enthusiasts here, is to actually get some footage of the station. I think my phone's having a moment. Give me a second, everyone. I do apologise. Yeah, there we go. It was. There we go. I apologise. My phone has been not showing me messages for a while. And I'm like, that doesn't seem right. So let me quickly catch up with all the messages. Okay, and I do apologise. I've missed a few of you. Okay, so hello African Grey. Really good to see you. I hope you are well. Yeah, everything's really green, and the beautiful it is the beginning of summer at the moment. So, sorry, the beginning of spring. So we've got everything nicely in season, which really helps. It would be a great mistake indeed. Oh, nice jokes. Yeah, I know, right? It's a weird kind of dichotomy there. But where I was living before, they had horses next to the cemetery, which I thought was a really nice thing, particularly for a lot of people that would, you know, come and visit the cemetery, and to see this new life and stuff there, I think is a good thing. But there we have a really good night. Amy, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you get a good sleep and a good rest wherever it takes you. There we go, got a fire engine there. So a lot of our fire staff are volunteers. We have a huge amount of volunteering in Australia. It's something we're really big with. So I understand, love. It's just good to have you here. We do the best we can. And like we were showing you in Melbourne the other day, there's normally public toilets and stuff everywhere, which there is here too. So we always know that when we're travelling, you just need to look for the closest park, and you can generally find somewhere to sit down and eat your food, some public toilets, stuff like that. So we've got some little public toilets here, which are quite cute. As far as public toilets go, there is a little statue here as well. I can't believe after all of that I left one of my GoPro bits at home. So here we go. This will probably be John Monash. Yep. Oh no, Father Nicholas Mustafas. Here we go, is who this is. So there we go. It's a nice artwork. I know there's a few people that do need wrenches, and I can't do it one-handed at the moment, so we're going to have to deal with that on the other side. Unfortunately, I do apologise, everyone. There's a really nice pine tree and one magpie hanging around, because why not? So there we go. I hope you all like that little well, that's my polite way of saying it for you, Pug. If it was just Australians, we wouldn't call it that. We have a lot more words for it than that. Yeah. Public restrooms. Does that make you happy? So there we go. We were just in Warrawee Park. There is a police station just up ahead, and some of the other older buildings. Here we go. I'll get you this bus. So that's heading where we're about to head, which is down towards the train station, which is straight ahead. Yeah, exactly. And okay, I don't know if you all realise that the name of the person that invented the flushing toilet was called Thomas Crapper, and hence why we say going for a crap, and we call it the crapper because, you know, it's become part of our vernacular because of that. So I'm just going to stop here for this bus. Oh nice. What have you been doing with them, Jenny? There we go, more palm trees. There is some street art just here, which I'm going to show us on the way past. Oops, I missed another bus. Okay, let me just check my angle. There we go. And then coming down here, we have a couple of other ones. So let's do you a straight as possible walk down here. So I'm going to be a bit distracted from the chat for a minute while I try to show these to everyone. I think that's meant to be The Rock, but I could be wrong. Don't know who that is. And here's another one. So maybe someone in in the chat knows who that is. And then there's some more street art around, like more tagging and stuff just down here, which is not really worth looking at. Oh, nice, good idea. But I do like the fact that it says smile. So yeah, bonus points to whoever can tell me who that is. Ah, there you go. That's it. See, I'm not a sports person, so for me, I'm not necessarily going to think of sports stars. Yes, you did. That was, yes, exactly. That was The Rock and Marilyn Munroe. I nearly said Marilyn Manson there. Marilyn Munroe, yes. You did. On the side of a random building in Australia. It could very well have been, actually. Could very well have been. Okay. So we're going to go past a couple of other little murals that are down here. And then we will walk to the train station and I'll show you all of that. There you go, you know exactly what it is. So this is a sycamore tree, which we get a lot of here as well, which give you that nice dappled sun. So they plant, I suppose they park them. They plant a lot of them down the side of the streets here, particularly in some of the areas that get a bit hot. So it gives you nice shade in the hotter months, because it can be really, really hot here in summer. So, and what we're approaching up ahead is some more street art. And then we'll cross over and have a look at the train station. Oh, here's a little bit here. So there we go. Practice my backwards walking. I quite like backwards walking. So there is a little bus terminus just over here as well, which I'll show you too. So you'll see lots of buses. That's the road actually goes over the train lines here. Whereas in the past, they'd just run straight through the train lines, which created issues. There we go. Succulents. I'm sure there are masses of them. Masses and masses and masses of them. I went to the WWF back in the 80s a few times, saw Hulk Hogan and the Junkyard Dog and Andre the Giant and Randy Macho Man Savage, and that was kind of the era that I knew a bit of the wrestling stuff. The modern stuff, not so much, but I do know who The Rock is. That I do know. So here we go, here's some more artwork here. Unfortunately, what's under the bridge is quite shaded at the moment. And then coming across here, you've got Oakleigh train station. So we'll go and have a look at that as well. Make sure I don't get myself squashed. Squashed violet isn't ever good. So there's a little bit more of the mural there. And there is also some on the wall here, which I'll show you from the other side. And that's Oakleigh Central up ahead. So that mural there continues around the wall. Hello Shaquille, really good to see you. I hope you are well. Welcome to Melbourne, Australia. So in this area it's 40 kilometres an hour because it's a built up area. Whereas suburban streets are normally about 60 kilometres an hour, and when you get on a lot of the main roads they'll be up to about 80 kilometres, and then when you hit the freeways they'll all be 100, 110 up to 120 kilometres an hour. So we do have a lower speed limit in the more built up areas like this. I'm going to show you this train leaving quickly. A bit of a rush spot. Ooh. Which I very much loved. It's a lot of fun, but I find the roads these days are just too dangerous when you're on a bike. People don't stop for you anymore and it becomes really hairy and dangerous. So I did debate, you know, getting another bike, and I decided that that wasn't a good idea. I know we got double trains, hey? They must have known you were coming. We'll get some more buses in a second for you. And one of the beauties about, you know, train stations is they'll always have parking, but they've always got some nice trees around too, and they're pretty good to so okay, 9 minutes until the next train. That's too long to wait. Okay, but I will show you the side of the station and if we're lucky we'll get another one coming up as well. I know, right? We got rewarded with the train action. So I'm just going to quickly see how much battery I've got left. Oh, we're doing pretty good. So with the Volta grip that I got, which becomes a charger for it, you can control it through, it gives it an extra 4 hours of battery life. So with that I should be able to do like a 4 or 5 hour stream. I know on this I can probably stream for about an hour, but we're going to find out. Yes, there are. And I call them, by the way, the random nutters. The NPCs. And often I'm the random nutter in other people's lands. Their methods. I'm not going to ride the train today, but I will tomorrow. So tomorrow I am going into the city. I'm going to do a street art walk while the grand final is on, which is the quietest time ever to go into the city. And I will take us on a train. I have done that before and it actually worked quite well. So I will take you on a train, and when I go into the city I'll also take you on one of our trams, and we'll do street art, we'll do lots of other stuff, plus you get to see all of the football crowd as well, which is, you know, kind of interesting. Oh, here we go, there's a V line. It's our regional trains. I love the V lines, they are super comfortable. Given the choice, I'll get a V line every time. So we've got taxis here. There's always taxis waiting. And then we'll have a Myki machine at the station as well, which will be the cards, prepaid cards, I guess, for a better way of putting it, that we use. So you can charge them up and stuff like that. So one of the other genius things we have at the front here, and I've got access to these, is a Parkiteer cage. So this means that if you've got a bicycle, you can lock them up securely in here, and these are all over the city. So the access card I have works in all of them. So when I was cycling, I could always lock my bike up really well, and you can only get in with an access card and they know who it is. So this is what our little post boxes look like, and I'll show you what our Myki machines look like while we're here, which is what we use to charge our cards up with. Oh, sorry. There we go. So that's one of our Myki machines. Go for it. I'll just show you this quickly without getting on the station. So that's what the platform looks like, and this is quite a nice station, this one. It's got quite a bit of artwork as such here. So there we go. So we've done a bit of a loop around the outside of Oakleigh today. We also have all these bins everywhere for people to donate clothes and stuff like that. So we donate a huge amount of stuff here, and we have a really thriving op shop, which you will often call thrift stores over in America. I know that all of them have died out in Canada, and a lot of areas don't have as many of them as they used to in the past, and there'll be masses of pigeons up here. And there's quite a cool artwork here too. So next installment in the public art, and there's some not so great street art here I'll show you as well. So this is quite cool. I like this a lot. My pleasure, Road. You have a really, really good day. And thank you so much for being here. So there we go. This is a really cool artwork. I look at this one a lot when I come past. And I like things that change from different angles. So this is another one of the main streets in Oakleigh. And more palm trees. So there is a little bit of street art around here. I won't say it's necessarily good, but there is some here. Yeah. So is it this particular one here, or so if there's anything you want to see now? Unfortunately, I do get a slight delay by the time I hear your message. So if it's one I've walked past already, then let me know and I'll go back. But I am gonna tomorrow. I'll spend a lot of time doing this in the city, taking you around all the great street art locations, walking around, telling you a little bit more about the stuff. So we'll have this art everywhere. And then we'll have all these little stinky alleyways, you'll call them, we call them laneways, down the back, which is normally full of all of the smokers. So they'll come out here for a cigarette and stuff like that. There's a little bit more artwork around here. Any? Perfect. Okay. This one's not good. So here we go. Oh, you want me to stand in front of this? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That I can potentially do. See, the problem was I was meant to have my little hand grip, which is in my bag, and then I would normally just flip it straight on myself. Let me find us something better. These aren't very good. Okay, I'll try to find us something better, and then I'll flip the camera on myself. Okay, sorry, I misread that. And I think sometimes when you're doing this, you kind of speed read the chat, and sometimes I miss words. It does smell slightly of fish down here. So there'll be another mountain of pigeons ahead, or turtle doves, depending on, you know, same thing. Selfie. Yep, that I can do. And there should be a mountain of pigeons here. Okay, and some more street art. So this is street art of donuts, this one, which is for the company that's just next door. Let me move back a little bit so I can get us a better angle. See some of that. I know, right? Okay, it's the giant donut. Okay, so the challenge is doing this in one hand without dropping the camera. So, one giant donut. Hello! I don't know if that got me in, we'll find out. I will get you though tomorrow. I'll make sure I turn the camera on myself. I'll stand in front of the artworks. I'll sing to Bon Scott, which can definitely be done. Oh no, you only got the top of my head, that didn't work. Okay, you saw my sunglasses. Yeah, there's lots of pigeons around here and lots of birds. There'll be crows and magpies and everything as well. There we go. Lots of donuts. Oh, they're pretty. So here we go. This little strip down here has been closed off. So you'll have 2 streets worth of this here where you can get food. That's one of the best bakeries there. This is particularly known for its really good Greek bakeries, this area. Lots of Greek delis, stuff like that. Hello Jake, how are you? I know, right? They're really good. So that's where they come from. I'll just give everyone another shot at the donut shop here. Actually, I can show you the menu. That's probably a good idea. So this is Todco, which stands for the Oakleigh Donut Company. And here is the menu. We do love our donuts here in Australia. You'll find they're really donuts and sushi kind of went everywhere at the same time, and we used to have a lot of the American donut chains, and some of them are still here, but we've certainly got a lot of our own ones now. So there you go, and I will show you some of the really good donut places around the city as well when I'm in there tomorrow. There's a few places that always get huge queues. Picnic donut number 1, there we go. Okay, I might get that on my way out. So I've got you all on the chat here, by the way, is how I'm seeing you all. because one of the things about using the GoPro is there's no way of seeing the chat. So this is how we're doing it. Now it's going to be a lot hotter tomorrow than it is today, and it is a public holiday today. Yes, definitely. That would be lovely. Lovely. And I think from what I can gather, North Carolina is one of those areas that's very green, like it is here. Like, I love my camping, my farm life, my what we call the bush, anything that's, you know, green and pretty. So I imagine you'll have quite a bit of that there. Oh really? That's not a bad idea. It may very well. So here's some more of our post boxes. So our post office here is called Australia Post. So this is our local little post office here. We have all these little shopping centres everywhere, so there'll be a Coles and a Woolworths, which are our two main supermarkets in there. Now, how are we going for time? Does it show anyone how long I've been streaming for, just as a matter of interest, because I can't see it on my screen. Because I'm going to keep walking.
No, I mean, like, Phoenix, you know, doesn't fit in between us and
This would be like what you call a dollar store in America, be our version of it. Alright, I can sense crows. Let's change my grip. There we go. 51 minutes, thank you. Okay, so I was hoping I could get an hour's stream in, and I think from the look of it, I haven't even got close to that. So what I might do, because we've pretty much just done a big loop, is I'll take you back down here, and then I might leave you there, go and do some shopping, and chastise myself for leaving my mount grip at home. I won't do that again. And we'll go from there. So one of the things this area is definitely known for is really good fish and chip shops and stuff like that. There's one of them up ahead here. You can get dumplings everywhere. We are a dumpling loving culture as well. That'll be what I do tomorrow when I go in. We go get dumplings, then stream. That's how it goes. So we have mountains of outdoor dining as well, like this everywhere. This was something we had prior to lockdown, and it certainly increased a lot more during lockdown. So we do like sitting out the front where possible. Yeah, I couldn't tell you the difference other than there's a north and a south. I couldn't actually tell you that that things are any different. So there we go, we've just done a nice loop, and hopefully you've all noticed how green and lush everything is, and you know, there's always birds overhead, and it's a and that is universal. There is always someone with really bad music on with their windows open or walking around the streets. Here's another bus for everyone. And they always give you a shifty look when they see that you notice their crap music. So here we go, let's wait for the bus. So this bus is the number 800 going to Dandenong South via Springvale Cemetery. Yeah, exactly. It's never good music, is it? Ever. It's like, you know, if you could synthesize crap music, that's it. In all of its forms. So there we go, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed a little bit of a walk around Oakleigh. And so we're ending on Hanover Street here. So we've pretty much done a big loop, and I've shown you some of the art and the parks, and there you go. When in doubt, find the cat. So I don't think there's too much else down this way, but so where the road is going up ahead is obviously for the train lines going underneath. Yeah. Yep. So in which case, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks again to Paul, train simulator driver, for actually letting me trial his GoPro last week, which has led to this happening. So it has been a lot of fun. And when I have my little hand Volta grip, which I was meant to have today, I can flip the camera around a lot more and do selfies and pop it down easily and stuff like that. So thank you all very much for joining me. Thank you for coming across, Michael, African Grey, Leo, aka Joey. Thank you so much, Paul, aka Train Simulator Driver. Thanks always, Pughole. You know I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who else have I missed here? We've had a lot of other people in here over the course of the chat too. Thank you, Jake, too. I'm going to go get myself one of those picnic donuts. I will take your advice. Thank you very much, Harvinder. Who else have I got here? Thank you very much, Roden Hag. I hope you had success in your retrieval mission, which I know you're doing it with the moment. So thank you, Shaquille. Thank you, Laren. Thank you, Jenny, my love. Jenny, it's nice to see you. It's always such a pleasure. And even if I'm on the side of the road, I will sing for you, for you, for you. And on that note, everyone, much love. Let me find my magic button so I can end the stream. Where is it? See, it's a challenge doing this one-handed. There we go. And until next time, everyone,